Good morning. So I was supposed to go to a doctor's appointment this morning, but I have COVID. It's been like 8 days since I've had symptoms. I started having symptoms, and I was like, my intuition said, maybe we should call the doctor's office before driving 20 minutes out there. And they were like, if you're having symptoms of COVID, we have to reschedule you. And I literally have been waiting to get into this doctor for so long. And they were like, okay, next appointment's March, whatever. I'm like, I'm literally never going to see this doctor. But hello, my name is LIimited, and I'm starting to make these YouTube videos to kind of share my wisdom, share the things I've learned, share my journey, share what's working for me, what's not working for me. And really just be present and grow a community and maybe make some shmoney. Maybe I make some shmoney. Because, you know, we live in late stage capitalism. I want to make some fucking money. But yeah, I am excited to be here. I have some tea because I have COVID. Yeah, and I think that the big thing that I am thinking about a lot recently, meditating on and really sitting with, is being both human and divine. So having the human experience, moving through the human experience in a way that I can feel good in myself and my body and my emotions and with my inner child, with spirit, and doing that with spirit, you know, like moving through with the nudges I get from spirit, the nudges I get from my intuition, from my higher self, whatever you want to call it. And how do I, you know, balance my humanness with my divinity? And being someone who I had a spiritual awakening, period. I had a spiritual awakening in 2020, like a lot of people did. Started ramming those red pills. Is it red pills or blue pills? I don't really know which one I was ramming, but and yeah, I'm so new to YouTube. I know that I could edit this out, but I'm just like, I've been doing the Megan Thee Stallion thing a lot recently. Period. I just had a therapist appointment actually, and I did that quite a couple times with my therapist. So I was like, Carrie, period. But see, this is kind of what I'm being guided to, is like, how do I interact with the both sides of being human, both sides, being human and being divine, because I firmly believe that we're all on a spiritual journey, whether we are conscious of it or not, whether we want to accept and believe that or not. But these meat vessels are not the only, although they do some really cool things, really cool. They are not, it's not all that is here. We have spirit. Spirit is our breath, our thoughts, our creativity. Where does that come from? Science doesn't fucking know. Like, y'all, this is the tea. But like, science doesn't know where we get ideas from, where we get our imagination from. They don't fucking know. They don't even know how like thoughts work. So like, there's something else going on here, right? It's not just flesh and bones, brick and mortar. What you see is what you get. So we're all on this journey of both spirit and humanness, the bones, the flesh, the waters. tea. We're all on this journey, and for me recently, I've just been coming to terms with how messy it can be, because once you have a spiritual awakening, you kind of go into this psychosis where it's like, I'm perfect, everything I do is perfect, like I'm spirit, I'm pure this, like I'm like pure love, like love and light, and not really acknowledging the fact that we do have to interact with this world. We do have to continue on. We do have to, even if you have a massive spiritual awakening, and like, so what, you're just gonna like separate yourself and live in your van and talk to your, I'm like talking about a very specific TikToker that I saw, like talk to your people on TikTok and like do your thing. But this is another lesson I'm learning, is like everybody does things differently, and that's okay, because we all have our separate journeys that we're on. We all have different things that we came down here to learn and explore and experience, and it's all okay. However we're choosing to live our life is okay. But I think the spiritual journey is learning to live in a way that is more harmonious with this human experience, right? I'm saying something really profound. The spiritual journey is learning to live in a more compassionate way with your surroundings, learning to live in a more curious way with your life and your humanity, learning to live in a kinder, more nurturing way with your humanity, and, you know, not taking everything so seriously. Because I feel like another side of spirituality is people go way into the extreme of like, it has to be this one thing. I have to like, you know, chant, or I have to do this and I have to do that. And that's great too. If that's your path for a little while, and then maybe you go do something else. It's all one big experience. There's no levels. There's no, I'm doing this so I'm better than you. Like, all hierarchies, for us to evolve, we need to get rid of those. Like, the world and the ego creates enough hierarchies. It's like, we can't continue to create these in spirituality too. And as more people awaken, this is just going to be a more intensified, more like seen occurrence. It's not an issue. It's something that's happening. All events are neutral. But people are going to continue to latch on to, oh, my spirituality is better than yours. I listened to this Alan Watts quote one time. It was like, my guru is better than your guru. And like this spiritual one-upmanship. It's like, it's just more ego. It's just more trying to make sense and trying to have some sort of control over your life, and not be like, to not be so afraid, because like when you let go of hierarchy and ego, it's like, that's what we use in this world to feel safe. Like, I'm better than you, like I'm over this, like this is this way, and like this is that, and like it's how we understand the world, and it's how we move through a world in the way that gives us some sort of comfort, some sort of relief to make sense of what the fuck is going on. But really, our evolution as a species is to move beyond this, and to realize that not one way of living is better than another, or not one ideology or way of experiencing the world is better than another one, because it's just going to continue to create separation, division, and war. And yeah, I mean, this can go to like what's happening today in the Middle East. It's like there's separation, there's, you know, there's putting one side is better than the other, one side is thinking that they're better, and it's just like, it's separation within yourself, separation from other people, like you're the other. If we're ever othering another person, if you like hear of an experience that someone's having, or hear of, you know, someone being disabled, and you kind of like are othering that, that's like a part of you that you are othering. So this is gonna be, I feel like this YouTube is just gonna be like free flowing, like a rant. Period. But yeah, that's mostly what I wanted to come on and say. My name is Jacqueline, and I am just learning how to do this like anybody else. I think in spirituality, people can be like, oh, like so rigid and like my way, I know how to live, like I know how to human best, like look at me, like look at my spiritual way, like I allowed my ego to play into this for a long time of, you know, believing like I was awake and like everyone should wake up, like because it's so much better. And like maybe it would be for you to like, you know, work on your habits and your routines and like create a little more change in your life and like listen to the cues. Oh, this was something else I wanted to say was all journeys are spiritual journeys in the fact that like, you know, it's not, when you go to change or transform, it's not seen as much in the outer world. Like it takes a little longer for the 3D, the flesh, the bones to catch up with the changes that you're going through internally. So like people don't see the internal changes that you're going through. People don't see, you know, the improvements that you're making in your life until it starts to reflect in your 3D world. And then the people are like, oh, well, I'm hoping this is the experience that happens once my like 3D catches up with the internal habit changes and thought reformations and everything that I'm working through. You know, I hope people that see that, you know, there is a different way of living, and maybe trying to make things change and happen in the 3D isn't the only way to change your life and to make a better life for yourself. So yeah, I believe it's all spiritual, but like we're also all like up in this 3D bitch too. So that was basically what I wanted to say. I am booking one-on-one sessions if you are curious to dive into this work deeper with me. I'm going to open for mentorships, which is going to be like longer one-on-one working with me. I'll also do one-offs where it's like if you just want a reading or you just want some kind of like a kind of quick clarity on your life situation or like your life path. Or I use tarot. I am a psychic, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clair smell, although I think it's clairaugustance or something like that. So yeah, mentorships, longer things, and then one-offs if you need like one-off. I'm also a Reiki practitioner if you know, just need to reset that nervous system and you've just been like all up in your head, girl, and nothing's working for you to like calm the fuck down and like everything's just too much and you need some of that good life force energy. I got that shit running through my hands, girl. I could send some to you for a fee, of course, because I want to make some money. But yeah, I am here for you. I am here as your friend. I'm not here as your teacher. I'm not here as your guru. I'm not here to lead you. You are here to lead your motherfucking self because you have that power within you. And that's on period. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you'll join me for the next one. Until then, you're loved, whole, and free, my friends, and live it and love it. Okay, bye-bye.